Hello everyone, this is Kapil Reddy and this is the fourth episode in the CEO series. So in the previous episode, we spoke about learning how to learn and how important that skill is. Today it's kind of like an extension of that topic, maybe just call it part 2 probably. So here we go, let's start. So hope you are practicing the topics which we have discussed in the previous edition. So this is like kind of a framework. Again, there's no hard and fast rule, but probably this is one framework which is practiced by a lot of experts and practitioners. In fact, that's where I pulled out this information so that it's actually useful for most of you out there. So before any further ado, let's jump into it. So compared to the previous version, it's not too different as such. I think there are some overlaps, but at the same time, this is also something which can actually help you. So first and foremost, for any learning to happen, curiosity is the key. Right, now that you're curious about something, like we discussed last time, let's say now NFTs are something which are trending. So before you even start about it, just identify what you want to learn and just take a blank sheet, either on your computer or laptop, or maybe just a physical paper if that's comfortable for you. Write down what all you actually know about that particular topic. So once you write down, I think that gives a lot more clarity, and then you'll understand what exactly you don't know. Like after you're done writing, make sure you research. So again, research can happen in two ways. One is horizontal research, which covers the breadth of the topic. And another thing is vertical research, which covers the depth of it. Ideally, breadth as in like you'll get an entire overview of the topic. Let's say read as much as you can. Just imagine you go to a cricket ground. You just have like a complete cricket ground in your view. That is the complete breadth of it. But if you really want to understand the depth of it, just go to the pitch and identify what exactly is the depth of that, so that it can give you much more different perspective. So just for horizontal research, you can just use something like Google or Wikipedia. These are like amazing tools, right? But of course, there's a lot of information overload, which is again a problem. And like number of these other platforms which are coming up, which will give you curated content. So that is something which you can make use of. So after you're done with that, the next level, as I told, depth. So depth is something where you kind of have these experts who speak about it, where they go deeper into a subject. And for that, the best medium is all the social media platforms which are available out there. For example, something like Reddit or Twitter or these Discord communities. So all these places are where you can actually, or even for example, LinkedIn as well. So these are all the places where you can get depth of information on a particular topic. And the search has become quite easy. Just search with the hashtag and you just see a lot of people doing it. Based on all that information, you collect what is actually something which you liked. And then you write down all of that in extension to the notes which you have taken previously. In this way, I think first you will start off writing what you know, and then you'll understand what are the holes in the knowledge which you have, and then you can continue with the rest of this other content. So in this way, I think the kind of understanding or the pace at which you learn is much more effective and you'll really love it. Cool. So now that you've done this exercise, another thing what you could do is just call up a couple of friends or just talk to your colleagues and just tell them like this is a topic I know about, and just answer them certain things. Usually some people are quite curious. Then let's say if they don't understand the topic, they just ask you questions. And if you're not able to answer those questions, then that's again a hole you want to fill in. So just go back to it, write down like, okay, these are the questions I was not able to answer. So let me just figure out and answer these questions. So in this way, you're trying to cover the entire depth of the topic and you'll be much more comfortable to explain it to somebody. So now the trickiest part is, let's say now you want to showcase your knowledge or you want to explain it to others. The easiest or the little trickier part is how simplified you can actually explain this. See, each of us have got our own style, right? Yeah, and storytelling, that's where I think storytelling plays a key role, where you can explain something like as a paragraph, but nobody's interested. Just add some spice to it, make it sound like a story, and people love stories. And that's why you see a lot of these platforms becoming super popular with stories, because people love stories. So what you could do is, let's say now that you have learned a topic, just see if I can actually explain this to a 5-year-old kid, or maybe to your grandmom or granddad. So once you get that sort of a command, then you can be very sure that you can actually explain this to anybody. And that's as simple as that. And finally, one more super effective method for learning something or to understand how far you've learned something is to teach somebody. So that's again, it's from this technique called Feyman technique, who is a famous scientist who has done a lot of research, and there are a lot of Feyman techniques which can be used or absorbed to get better at learning. In fact, at Zuperly, we do have incorporated some of these principles based on Feyman technique, which will come in super handy. So in this way, all you got to do is, most importantly, have that skin in the game. By skin in the game, unless you are invested into it completely, there's no way you can actually master a particular subject. See, there are always like two types of learners, right? One is like a passive learner, another is an active learner. And it all depends on what exactly you want. And even be it an active learner or a passive learner, whatever it be, doing this sort of a structured process will help you learn much more efficiently. See, right now, the luxury which none of us have in this world is time. And because of this information overload, our time is getting lost. And this framework is something probably which will help you to use your time in a much more effective way to master those new topics where you can actually have this ability to explain to the wider audience. So on a high level, these are all the topics which I wanted to cover. So try out this framework, and I'm pretty sure it will be super helpful for you. At the same time, as I told, our simple vision at Zuperly is to make every learner an efficient learner. Let's say if you're already an efficient learner, we want to make you a super efficient learner. The whole intention is we want you to focus on learning while we take care of the rest of these other distracting elements, so that all you've got to do is just learn as much as you can. And as we keep iterating, without even realizing, every learner today is a lifelong learner. And the new skill or the new paradigm for the 21st century is learn, unlearn, relearn. This is a simple process, simple loop, which all of us are going to imbibe going forward. And we are trying to build a platform which is like one unified learning space for all your learning and productivity. We are going in the right direction, but we still need some more time to put out all the features. But please do check out and let us know what you think, and also give us some feedback as to where we can improve, what all we can include in this, and we'll be good to go. And yeah, finally, just please do subscribe to this channel. We'll put out more such information and content out there, and something which will be super helpful for you, because that's the whole idea of Zuperly. Zuperly is all about our love for learning. And we want to welcome you to the club of lifelong learners. Also, please join us on our mission to empower the learning and productivity of 100 million lifelong learners. So see you soon. Thank you, and we'll catch up in the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.